A long awaiting project has come to a final rest. This is a DIY solar generator, portable solar generator made by JW Solar USA, or designed and assembled by JW Solar USA. Today we have a Magnum MM as 1212. So 12 volts, 1200 watts inverter charger made by Magnum Energy. So today, this project has come to a final rest or conclusion. So you guys have seen I've been trying, moving around to get all kind of batteries to fit on this particular system. I will show you. I suppose you remember these batteries with a built-in BMS. I put this one together, getting from battery hookup, and the wire too small for that big generator. I can use this for portable charging systems and not for that inverter. Then I decided to go with these batteries. Top band, lithium iron phosphate. They are too tall. I can't get many of them inside that generator since each module or each cell is just 25 amp hours. I build them and stock them right here. I decided to go with these other ones. They have BMS built in them, and I end up putting it together as a 24 volt. That inverter is not 24 volts, 12 volts. I even thought about this Panasonic 48 volts and with 15 amp BMS. That doesn't work because the inverter is 12 volts. I have to change the project if I have to do this to 48 volts. I've been looking for 48 volts. I didn't get one. Got so good. I saw these batteries from battery hookup. I decided I wasn't planning to buy batteries, but it happens that I was having a loose cash, solar cash to spend, buying a box of these ones with 6 inside. I was gonna buy 3 cases. That would have give me 3 strings on a 12 volt. So I can put 4 in series parallel. And these batteries, each cell is 75 amp hours. They are brand new. They're made for EV, electric vehicles. So finally, here comes the conclusion. I came to settle with that. And now today, or last night, I've been up all night, up till 0300 hours. I'm so tired, and I install the first battery I showed you and turn the system on. I know the wire is too small that connected to the BMS, and it started smoking. Why? We are pulling more amps than the wires can stand. I understand this. Doesn't mean I don't understand it. I do. I just want to make sure that the project I started and is going to come to a completion, or maybe use as a temporarily get everything set up in there, and I can just call it a project completed. But this project has been dragging for so long. I even have that meter incorporated in there, which is a Renogy, and you can see the numbers right there. See, 75 amp hours. I charged the last night. And let me show you what I did inside. It's kind of a little bit tacky, but the thing is, we want to get this project over and done. So I decided to go with these crazy ideas and just trying to improvise things, how am I supposed to route these batteries in here? So I ordered some bus bars that came, I ordered them from California, ended up going all the way to China. For some reason, they don't fit. I have to retrofit, open up the hole a little bit, and get this. I think these are M3 or M5. I have a bunch of these laying around, and I decided to take the advantage. There goes the shunt. Okay, there goes the meter on the corner right there. I don't know if you can see it right in the corner. So came with the studs, tie there. The B minus comes to the battery, just like a BMS. The P plus go to the loads. That's what I did with a 2-gauge wire. You can see right there. Okay. Connect this thing, trying to use some protective devices here. And I got the positive of the shunts right there and tied it to this one here. So it might be you guys doing this project. You might probably have a different way of doing it. So I got this stored in the back here. So I decided to use just about, I don't have the 2-gauge wires anymore left. So I double up 2 of the 6-gauge welding cable to go about it. And let me done with this, put this guy back in here. It's just a protective layer which is not touching the body here. So I built this thing mounted here, you can see, so, and bolted all the way underneath. It's a box I got from one of my favorite stores. And here, and I got this huge breaker or disconnect, which I decided to put so you can see I decided to go with this so I can go one here that turns the inverter, but I want this guy to always stay like that. It doesn't control from this switch. I can able to use a toggle switch to kill the meter, but anytime you disconnect this meter, it's gonna go back and send you back to 100% reset, and I don't want that. I want to know my state of charge has to be constant. I don't want it to change at all. For just this guy being in a standby, I don't think it's gonna pull or drain the battery that much at all. So the other part here, the 2, is gonna be the charge controller, which I might probably be able to attach on the front here. And these guys have a nice locks, which I can just push these guys in and push these guys in and locked. This cover doesn't open anymore. So I end up passing up the wire here, to stay away from any sharp cut on the line on the wire, and I just pass here so it's not even touching with this foam protecting it. So here I might probably install here a Victron, maybe a 30 amp charger, Bluetooth, so I can able to monitor here on digital, and here it's gonna be wirelessly in conjunction to this guy. So this is what I have done so far, and a lot of you guys have seen this, or a lot of you guys who have been following me, you have seen this project. And some people normally ask me, you got some videos that I don't know if you have a continuation or finishing of that particular project. Sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't. because my projects are kind of mostly pending, some of them, due to materials I'm waiting, due to some issues that I'm facing, especially with materials, what I want to do. And I have a boat that covers this, but since the log is there, I can't do it. But if I take the wires off, I can able to put that plug back in for protection. And these ones have their protection covers as well. So, and I can just able to get number two. I can always disconnect this and carry them in a bag or something, and I can able to interconnect those terminals. So I'm in the process of building something of this again. I have another box, about 3 or 4 of them total, and I'm thinking about putting those batteries, but they're all gone where I got them from, battery cup. So I'm thinking about doing that and load 4 on each box and stack them like the new inverters that are coming out with the batteries, so I can stack them all the way high. So my back to my topic, my project, some of them are not able to complete because of some issues like these with part or what I was gonna do, or maybe new products just came in, and I decided to jump on it, and they're still thinking about these guys, but it's a long process, but now it's done. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Next video is going to show you how we're going to do a load test into this solar generator and doing a laundering test, a load test. Let's see how far we can drag these batteries. We don't have no BMS on them yet. We don't have a balancers, but I'm deciding not to do a BMS. I might probably put active balancers, just like these guys here. And mind you, these are some of the batteries I was going to use on that box as well, but they're too tall. And this, I'm going to be using these active balancers to put on those batteries. So all in all, I'm going to call this project a success because I was staying up all night monitoring this to make sure no fire, nothing happens while charging the batteries at 60 amps. So I dial the remote, that guy, to over only about 7 amps taken off from the outlet, which is a 15 amp. And I don't want to trip the breaker, but I just want to charge. Then I crank the output of that so they can go about 60 amps. Those batteries you can charge up to 180 amps and discharge 180 amps and surge for 600 amps for 10 seconds. So I think is a good bet, is a good deal for those batteries to be part of this project. Though what I was going to do with them, that's not a project I was going to do, I was going to use them for. But I got to do something for me to end this generator deal. So this is the deal. Live from the command center of JW Solar USA, live from Minnesota. Stay tuned for the load test. A video coming up soon. Like and subscribe.